Batman Arkham. Some of the most well-renowned superhero games ever. We don't include Kill the Justice League. But are the games really that good? Are they really deserving of how much praise they get from gamers and superhero fans even to this day? Yeah, they are. Let's talk about Asylum. Batman Arkham Asylum released in 2009 to critical acclaim and was developed by Rocksteady Studios, previously known as the developers of Urban Chaos Riot Response. Whoa! The game initially released on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, with the Game of the Year edition for PC releasing later in 2010. The game also received a remaster in 2016 for the PS4 and Xbox One, but that's not important to this video. The Game of the Year edition is the version of the game that I will be covering, as it is the release of the game that is playable on Steam Deck. But I would like to mention that Arkham Asylum is falsely labeled as unsupported on Deck on the Steam store. I don't know why this is, because the way to get the game working on Deck is as simple as enabling Proton Experimental in the game's properties. Yeah, real unsupported, I know. Batman Arkham Asylum contains a campaign that takes about 11 hours to beat, or, if you're going for 100%, about 26 hours. The game also contains a challenge mode and 4 DLCs. The campaign is filled to the brim with side missions and other extra goodies like interview tapes, character bios, and riddles to solve.
That was one of the easy ones. I'd have solved all the puzzles by now. Of course you found that one easy.
Oh, for f***'s sake. Also, no, I did not 100% this game myself. The Riddler trophies are why. Arkham Asylum has 3 different difficulties: easy, normal, and hard. And I know this probably fits better in the gameplay section, but the game also has a skill tree with a total of 20 upgrades. Batman Arkham Asylum's gameplay, specifically the combat, revolutionized the superhero games genre. You can tell because of how many superhero games shamelessly copied it with no twist or gimmick of their own. Now, when it comes to combat, Batman obviously has the ability to attack, but he can also counter and evade enemy attacks as well. And he can momentarily stun enemies with his cape, too. All these things go together seamlessly to form a very well-crafted combat system. And I can see why multiple superhero games tried to copy it. Aside from combat, the stealth system is another one of the many innovative things this game brought to the genre. While being undetected, Batman can sneak around and perform takedowns on enemies from behind, above, and from ledges, and also uses gadgets to assist. Speaking of gadgets, Batman has 8 of them. Each of them have different functions, and oh hey, half of them are just batarangs. My personal favorite gadget is the line launcher. It's fun to knock enemies over with it. There's also detective vision, and I like that feature more than I thought I would. Mostly because you'd expect a mechanic like that to be only used in specific sequences that force you to use it. But I actually ended up using detective vision in moments where you don't have to, like stealth segments. Also, I'd just like to bring this up. When you die, a villain featured in the game, usually Joker, taunts Batman about being defeated. And yes, these are iconic and start off as novel. But in my opinion, wow, these get annoying fast.
Oh, isn't that cute? Little bats are sleeping. Someone finish him off. I thought you'd last long. I'd like to thank my fans for their
Oh my god, shut up! The game obviously follows Batman, who goes to Arkham Asylum to detain Joker after defeating him. However, the Joker escapes while inside the asylum and sets several of the inmates free. From there, Batman has to go across Arkham Island, fighting many of his iconic villains and saving several people in Arkham along the way, all in quest to stop Joker from attacking Gotham City. When I describe the plot like that, it sounds pretty bare bones, but within the game's missions and through collectibles like the previously mentioned interview tapes are where the story becomes more in-depth. In things such as the Scarecrow sequences, you can learn more about Batman's fears and also his origin that everybody already knows like the back of their hand, so that's cool. Also, bit of a side tangent here, I love the Scarecrow sequences. They're engaging and don't feel like they break the pace of gameplay when they happen. Scarecrow is my personal favorite antagonist in this game, and the build-up right before each sequence with Batman's hallucinations and such are suspenseful and just really cool to me. Overall, Batman Arkham Asylum is great. That's really all I can think to say about it. Anything else I could say you've probably heard a million times. Like, blah blah blah, great atmosphere, Mark Hamill did a great job as the Joker, blah blah blah, you've heard it all before. Despite claiming to be unsupported on deck, Arkham Asylum runs wonderful on it. It runs at a consistent 62 frames per second during gameplay. Okay then. But I could have sworn I saw some lag during cutscenes of all things, but that probably doesn't matter to most people. You can also change quite a bit in the game settings within the launcher too, just thought I'd point that out. So, Arkham Asylum runs great on Steam Deck, I wholeheartedly recommend it. I hope you all enjoyed this review on deck. And I'd like to say that I'm still a bit nervous about this whole thing. I mean, this show is still finding its footing after all. I've only done 2 reviews so far. I also feel as if this review was harder to do than my first one on Ultra Kill. Because, well, Ultra Kill is my favorite game of all time, so everything about that video came easier to me compared to this one. I'm also just especially nervous now because when I was working on my first review, I didn't have any audience at all, so there was no pressure, but now there is, and Sorry for that little ramble. Like and subscribe for more, and if people want, I'll eventually review all the Arkham games and put them together into one compilation. Catch you later.